Once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived together in a house of their own in a wood. One of them was a little small wee bear, and one was a middle-sized bear, and the other was a great huge bear. One day, after they had made the porridge for their breakfast, they walked out into the woods while the porridge was cooling. And while they were walking, a little girl came into the house. This little girl had golden curls that tumbled down her back to her waist, and everyone called her Goldilocks. Goldilocks went inside. First she tasted the porridge of the great huge bear, and that was far too hot for her. And then she tasted the porridge of the middle bear, and that was too cold for her. And then she went to the porridge of the little small wee bear and tasted that. And that was neither too hot nor too cold, but just right. And she liked it so well that she ate it all up. Then Goldilocks went upstairs into the bedchamber, and first she lay down upon the bed of the great huge bear, and next she lay down upon the bed of the middle bear. And then she lay down upon the bed of the little small wee bear, and that was just right. So she covered herself up comfortably and lay there till she fell fast asleep. By this time the 3 bears thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they came home to breakfast. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the great huge bear in his great gruff voice. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the middle bear in his middle voice. And then the little small wee bear looked at his, but the porridge was all gone. "Somebody has been at my porridge and has eaten it all up," said the little small wee bear in his little small wee voice. Then the 3 bears went upstairs into their bedroom. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great huge bear in his great rough, gruff voice. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the middle bear in his middle voice. And when the little small wee bear came to look at his bed, upon the pillow was a pool of golden curls, and the angelic face of a little girl snoring away fast asleep. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is," said the little small wee bear in his little small wee voice. Goldilocks jumped off the bed and ran downstairs, out through the door and along the garden path. She ran and she ran until she reached the house of her grandmamma. And when she told Granny all about the house where the 3 bears lived in the wood, Granny said, My, what a wild imagination you have, child."
All right, let's move to the story about Goldilocks and 3 birds. Goldilocks and the 3 birds. Once upon a time, there were 3 birds who lived together in a house of their own in a wood. One of them was a little small wee bird. One was a middle-sized bird, and the other was a great huge bird. One day, after they had made porridge of their breakfast, they walked out into the wood while the porridge was cooling. And while they were walking, a little girl came into the house. This little girl had golden curls that tumbled down her back to her waist, and everyone called her by Goldilocks. Goldilocks went inside. First, she tasted the porridge of the great huge bear, and that was far too hot for her. And then she tasted the porridge of the middle bird, and that was too cold for her. And then she went to the porridge of the little small wee bird and tasted that, and that was neither too hot nor too cold, but just right, and she liked it so well that she ate it all up. Then Goldilocks went upstairs into the bedchamber, and first she lay down upon the bed of the great huge bear, and then she lay down upon the bed of the middle bear, and finally she lay down upon the bear of the little small wee bear, and that was right, just right, and that was just right. So she covered herself up comfortably and lay there until she fell asleep. By this time, the three birds thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they come home to breakfast. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the great huge bird in his great huge voice. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the middle bear in his middle voice. Then the little small wee bird looked at his, and there was the spoon in the porridge pot, but the porridge was all gone. "Somebody has been at my porridge and has eaten it all up," said the little small wee bird in his little small wee voice. Then the three birds went upstairs into their bedroom. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great huge bird in his great rough voice. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the middle bear in his middle voice. And when the little small wee bear come to look at his bed, upon the pillow there was a pool of golden curls, and the angelic face of the little girl snoring away fell asleep. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is," said the little small wee bear in his little small wee voice. Goldilocks jumped off the bed and ran downstairs out of the door and down the garden path. She ran until she reached the house of her grandma. When she told her grandma about the house of the three bears who live in the wood, her granny said, my, what a wild imagination you have, child." Thank you. Mm.